Let's put this one like that. Up and down and up and down and up and down and... oh crap, can't do it like that because this curve is 7.5. I could go down to 3, then back up to 4.5. Spinning wild mouse in the way, there we go. God damn you brakes, why are you so finicky? Just go always to 19. Probably works better if you have a long train. It's because these are so short. This time everyone should make it. In the meantime, let's see, 16.5 is that, and the station is 13.5. So there should be space for a hue here. But it requires me to raise or lower this. There we go. Let's just make sure it makes it this time. 30, 32, 22, 20, 25. Made it. How about the next one? Also made it. Actually, let's pick a train here and see what the brake does. 20. Another figure. Let's see how this one does. 16. Jesus, and this one will probably be 19. 16 again, jeez. How about you? 16. Well, now 16 is the dominant number. Again 16, Jesus. It should be 20, stupid break. How about you, sir? 16, damn it. It says 20, but it lowers them all the way to 16. And again, jeez. Well, lesson learned. Can't trust the numbers. It's actually 4 kilometers lower. Now, how to get the hell out of here? Alright, the queue line is complete just in time for the test results. Much better this time. Exam rating is up to 8, intensity down to 8.32 and whatnot. I think I'll settle with those. No need to add any more brakes. Open up. Raise the price before anyone gets in. And thankfully they pay only I mean, they don't pay until they go through the actual entrance structure. Let's do 810. Any other settings that I need to worry about? Color. Something jungle looking again. Start by changing that into jungle style. More green. I could consider black on the supports because a lot of these trees were that. Well, only 2 of them are actually black, but still. That kind of looks stupid. I'd prefer brown. Need some other green. Alright, I've finished picking the colors. Put some green, normal green, whatever there. Some of this uglier green and some brown supports. And then over here we have the alternate color scheme with some purple, dark purple, light purple, and pale green there. And then the cars themselves, there's a story attached to them. And they also relate to the ride name, which is going to be Molerat Madness. So I call it the cars to look like mole rats from the Fallout universe. They're like pinkish furry creatures. Most of them don't have much fur, at least in the first and second Fallout game. They're mostly pink. The bigger ones are actually like more brown color, but these are kind of small, so I figured they would look this colored instead of the fur one, which would be brown or something, and that's already used on the jeeps and boats and whatever, so this is better for variety. So yeah, there we go. Molerat Madness is complete. And there are the final test results, or final for now. Of course, it's gonna change when I add scenery or not. Speaking of which, I was thinking of doing a little border shift in here to better fit these curves in and whatnot. Do it all the way up to there and move that little border there. Get these poles out of here. Put them back like, no, not like that, like this. All the way. Although, maybe I shouldn't do this if I'm still planning to fit one of these in here. Speaking of which, it's kind of funny that these are separate rides, even though they're exactly the same, except the cars look different. They should have just been the same ride and then allow you to change the whatchamacallit, car type. Well, that the same could be also said about these two, of course. This one is actually different because it can do 60-degree slopes and log bumps and whatever. There's like no consistency. If these two are separate rides, then shouldn't the mini roller coaster have separate ones for cars, rockets, and toboggans as well? But I guess there were so many coasters that he thought it would be better to have them as one. There are not as many gentle rides as there are coasters in the game. Anyway, probably the next thing to do would be to try and build that ghost train / haunted mansion ride somewhere in here. This might get tricky. It doesn't have to be very long. It could be just a little one. It's gonna be tricky because these things can get launched off corners and slopes. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of brakes. Although there could be, I'm not entirely sure, there could be a difference between these two, that this one actually doesn't get launched off curves. But I'm not sure. Well, it's easy to test, of course. Let's try it out. Get up there and do a massive drop and a curve. And back up. Whoopsie, wrong way. Let's see if it blows up. Whee! Kaboom! Yes, it does. Most likely the same for this thing. Well, if it survives that curve, I can test if it'll get launched off the hill there. It should probably will. Just put them wherever. Wee kablooey. 2 passengers per car. I think it's the same for the other one. Even though these look much bigger. Yep. This one looks more like a chariot or something. Well, this one is actual car looking thing. Kinda wanna see it get launched off a hill, so let's do that too. Going down. Going up. Going down. Down. Back up. Whoops, too high. Launch away. Holy shit, it didn't get launched. Wait a minute, could it actually be that they don't get launched? I thought they did. Let's try bigger. Maybe it has to be a bit like that, bigger hump. Miniature in the way. Too high. Oh shit. Damn it. Just let's do another station here then. Damn it. There goes that palm tree. I want to see you get launched. Come on. Phew. No. Apparently they don't get launched. Let's make sure that it's the same thing for this thing. And then it must be only the what should we call it, side friction roller coaster. Of course, it's probably not the only one, but one of the ones that get launched. They go too fast over a hill. Let's see what happens. Pew! Oh no, it didn't. Well, that's good to know. Then I just gotta worry about the corners, curves. Look at all those people swarming into boring ass dodgems. When I say boring, I mean in this game, the excitement there isn't very high, and you just see in real life they're awesome, of course. Except most of them these days forbid you from crashing, but you do it anyway. Then you make it look like an accident. Oh man, there's a lot of vehicles here now with all the monster trucks, Molerats, and rhinos and boats. Speaking of which, where are all the boats? Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, they have block sections, so that's why they're more scarce. 6 designs available, 3 designs. I don't know which one to build. I think I've built more of these than these, so maybe that one. Oh, there was even a chariot race in the pre-designed here. Actually, oh yeah, this is one that I built in one part, yeah. Chariot race. Now, where to put the station? The age-old question. So maybe somewhere around here, although the pumpkins might have to move this time for realsies. Not much space left here. Try like doing mostly in the mountain here. Good thing about this ride and the other one is that you can do this, and the doors open. sucks that he can't do it for this coaster, even though it's like even thinner than this one. Oh, that only counts for the track though. The track is thinner, but the cars are wider with their 4 seating capabilities. Although I did build this ride technically in my Winter Wonderland series, although it was like a husky car ride variation. Yeah, I think it was actually, it wasn't this one, it was like this but with husky cars, but then they actually gained speed on downhill, so it was like a mix between this one and this one. But I don't think they were able to crash in corners though. I'm not entirely sure about that. Let's build it anyway, though I technically built it in another series. Now about here. I don't remember, does the amount of cars vary based on length of the station or the ride itself? Let's just go over here and test it out with another one, easier that way. Entrance, exit, and how many cars is that? 11, so it's based on the track length. Very good, I don't have to build a long ass station. That makes things easier. Kinda wanted to connect the exit here, but that would mean having to get rid of that support structure supporting the mighty Sky Hotel. The other option would be to connect to this intersection or that one there, or this one. A lot of options. I think I'll do it on that one. The one that I mentioned last. It's the height of that 16 and a half. Too high. There we go. Perfect. Continue from there, please. Actually, maybe it should be facing the other way. Or maybe not. Do like this, that would be a good place for the entrance. Actually not that good, because I can only do one square of Q unless it goes somewhere like up here. Maybe I should build it already. Just to be sure it fits. Oh, the tree's gotta go unless I do like that. Yeah, let's raise that also and put the scaling dome back. Although I should probably do that later, because I might end up building where it is, or on these squares where it was. Let's hope I don't run into Dead Rising. I'm not making this easy on myself by building all these underground things.